Yeah, summit time, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the Crew 2. Today, we're playing a little bit of the summit. You know, that's what we're going to do. But we are going to speak about one particular feature that's coming to the Crew 2 very, very soon, which is the Hobbies feature, which I'm super excited for. So basically, the Hobbies system, we really have no idea about it, which is very strange because generally when a racing game update comes out, when any game update comes out, the forefront is the new features, the new gameplay modes. Now, obviously, don't know. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Obviously, with the Crew 2, it's being rolled out a little bit differently. We're getting the content not straight away. We're getting a couple of cars. Basically, we got a couple of cars, new overhauled character models, new menus and the like. And most of the bigger new features are coming at a little bit of a later date. In fact, some of the new cars, actually a big bulk of the new cars, aren't coming until some of the summits, which is pretty normal. But in terms of actual new content and new missions, it seems like we're going to be waiting a little bit more. So I'm not exactly sure when this stuff's going to be coming out, exactly sure what 100% we're going to be expecting, to be honest with you. It's hard to tell, but from the trailer, I guess it makes sense to play the clips of what we actually do have to tell us a little bit more information about what the hobby system is going to be, and of course, discuss about what hobbies actually means. So on the trailer, there is a clip where you pull up to, the player pulls up to 3 different vehicles, and they seem to be in different vehicles based on different things. For example, it seems like to me street racing, it seems like off-road, and then it seems like drifting, maybe. That's what I would assume from that clip right there. But of course, if you look through the trailer, actually looking for some information, you'll see that there's 3 particular clips that kind of give us a little bit more information, it would seem. As to race in one of the clips, explore is one of the other big headers that it mentions, and collect is one of the others. This is just my assumption, but it seems to me like that may be a form of progression, surely, right? What else could it be? There is some form of progression there, a new way to play. Now, why is this a little bit weird 2 years into the life cycle of this game? Maybe a little bit off with the math, but I think it's just over 2 years old now, this game, right? Most games at this time, for example, Need for Speed Heat, which has been out the least time, is getting cars. Forza Horizon 4, which has been out pretty decent time, is now just getting cars. Then the last big feature update that we got was the experimental test of the Battle Royale system that they added to the game, which people have been enjoying. Big features, what I like to see more than anything. For example, the Demo Derby in this game was fantastic. The Summit being added, which we're playing right now, very, very nice. And of course now, the Hobby system, which I'm very, very intrigued about. So what do I think this is going to entail? Oh, yes, I'm still king, baby. 127,000. Boom, boom, boom. Hypercar race time, baby. I was worried that was a jump in the distance, but shut up, man. Wait, it's going to be a long event? I think this might actually be a lengthy event. Good, perfect for me to babble on about this Hobbies thing. So I think the best way to explain, you've probably noticed this throughout the life cycle of this game. They started with the idea of doing boats, planes, cars, all that jazz. And it seems now they've kind of got the idea that most people are more interested in the cars, and so that's why the cars get the major focus in this game. I'm interested to see what they're going to do in the next game. Are they going to keep the boats and the planes and the like? Of course, that's another topic for another day. Look at the meat! The meat in the back of this car, I honestly adore. The Celine S7 is definitely in my dream car list. My very unattainable dream car list, but nonetheless, I think the easiest way to describe what I assume is going to be in the game is that it's going to be bonus content, kind of more of a progression-based thing, because we've not really had any progression-based stuff, except, you know, the PvP leveling up and so on, since the launch of this game. And I know that the stories felt pretty short. There wasn't really much of character development and the like, and I'm interested to see if they're going to maybe try and do some character development, and if not, they've got new characters in general. Why would they have new characters if they weren't going to do character development? That makes sense to me, right? I don't care if it's the shortest character development ever, because, again, the character development in the base game, pretty darn short, to say the least. So to have some characters behind something surely means that they intend, at least, to put some kind of push behind it, some person behind it. Of course, I could be wrong on this, and they could have just been symbolizing different players having different vehicles, but I'm going to hope that we got those 3 characters that are on the main screen that you see now as being guides through this new level of progression through the Crew 2. It's come out at the perfect time. We've got all this bloody Tesco virus rubbish going on, and I'm very grateful that pretty much every game, Animal Crossing, I've been playing so much Animal Crossing to the point where, mate, I didn't think anything was going to top that. Me and the mental health freeness of Animal Crossing. But nah, the Crew 2's like, here, baby, here's some content. I'm like, oh! As someone that loves cars and loves exploring this amazing, crazy map. Because let's be real, exploring in the Crew 1 was one of the major things that really, really excited me about the series. The freedom to explore everything and anything and being like, not, I wouldn't say rewarded, but you got to find some cool areas. Of course, now the Crew 2, very similar map. So that exploration part, unless it was new to you, this game, then you've already done everything. But in terms of the, you know, exploring the cars and the handling stuff, that was the new thing, that being able to explore in different heights with the planes and the boats. I could very much make this into a video of things I would like to see in the future of the Crew games. But I feel like I could sprawl out so much information, but part of me really wants to save that information for a video dedicated to that. But one of the major things I liked about this update is the character model improvements and stuff. I love that you can walk around and stuff. I would love to see more of that. I would love to see more personalization of your home, personalization of your character, more so like Test Drive Unlimited 2. Test Drive Unlimited, I'm always going to hold it to Test Drive and Test Drive Unlimited 2 to a high standard, to a majorly high standard, because the amount you could do to those character models and your life, and it was just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Of course, the Crew is the living re-embodiment of that series, but it's still things that obviously that game is forever going to do better than a lot of series today, just because of so many things. Like, for example, the scale of this map is clearly just not possible back then, but because of the smaller map scale, I feel like they had more time to play around with stupid things, and development of games is now much more, you have to do it in the schedule, according to the schedule. But one thing that I'm very intrigued about is that surely by now they are working on the next game of the Crew 3, if there is going to be one. Or are they just going to forever update this game? Probably not. So the fact that they actually even consider releasing an update around this time, which honestly most of us thought, all right, that was it, packed up the bags, they've gone, that's the end, new generations come in. But the fact is they didn't, and we've still got more stuff to come later. They're going to slowly roll this stuff out. They're kind of going Rockstar style without making the cars cost a bajillion monies, because you can just get it with in-game money very easily. GTA's economy has gone a poo. The Crew 2 stay strong. Buy the Crew 2 instead of GTA. Oh, oh dear. In the drink. Scenic tour. I should have just left me there. That would have been cool for the end. Ah, yes. Some of my least favorite, I would say, these events. I mean, I say they're my least favorite. I do enjoy doing them, but I just get so frustrated with myself all the damn time. Look at the speed. Speed and power. Speed and power. I feel like the Seaman episode of the Grand Tour. I may not do very well, but I have tried. And that's all that matters. This guy has stopped. He's been caught. Oh, it's coming. It's Fortnite, babe. I'm interested. What the hobbies? Okay, what do you think the hobbies are going to be? Is going to be my summary of that. Oh, that was poo. Not exactly sure how this one's going to go, but perfect for talking about the exploration. There's a lot of areas in this game that I would say I'm very, very much excited to explore. I haven't done much exploring this game because, well, realistically, I already explored it in the previous game, as I mentioned earlier in the video, but to me, I feel like there's a whole bunch of areas I have yet to discover. I'm hoping that it enables things like spawning in really cool areas that I normally would have never spawned in before, and the like. Because again, in the previous game, you could spawn anywhere as long as you paid money, which I'm not one to really complain about fast traveling because I like exploring, but considering I already explored the first map, I want pinpoint places to be able to go, aye, this is where I want to go. This is where it is. I'm going to get hit by the Fortnite circle. I'm dead. The Fortnite circle got me. This is the... I was going to say this is the end. How much is this one? The thing is, I need to watch people's videos on how... 71! This has gone to poo. I was here flexing about how good I was a minute ago. It's all absolutely hopeless up here. But that's fine. I'm silver, which means we get followers... and we get some Porsche parts. But I want that rare Vanity Nitro because it looks bloody cool. What do you think the hobbies will include? What do you hope it'll include? Of course, it got some fantastic cars coming up to the game, which in general, even if you're not interested in the hobbies whatsoever, the new cars look fantastic, and I imagine some of the new cars are kind of entwined into the new hobbies. So, We'll see. But I'm gonna go finish the summit. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you're not. I'll see you in the next The Crew 2 video. I was gonna say News Be Heat. I'm not used to this. Until next time, my friends. Peace.